Pretty cool. We're going to start in 30 seconds. Now, guys, if you're not familiar with Battlegrounds, Battlegrounds is a King of the Hill style game. We're going to have, in this case, we have 70 players that are playing in this given round. We're going to have 3 rounds total. We actually have a point system in how we determine which teams are in the lead. In this, we give points not just to your rank, but also how many kills your team gets in aggregate as well, to incentivize teams from not just simply camping all the way to top 10, but instead to fight as well. So here we get going. Everyone gets back into that big aircraft, and we're going to start going soon. Now, as you can see, I am all alone. That's because they're way over here. So I'm going to go back to the mega map and see where they are right now. As you can see, they are moving towards the plane, and let's see, we're going in a southerly direction. And in this, I have no audio. That's quite all right. That's expected. We'll see a number of drops, I imagine, of Razak off of Pachinki, maybe even some Severny as well. Here come the drops, as you can see. And typically, we're going to see these all go and aggregate to a number of areas to get some loot all of a sudden as they migrate around from one to another. Razak, always a popular place. And then also, we can see the squads themselves, lots of squads. And so, what else? What do we see? Surprisingly, only looks like 2 sets of squads going to the military base. We have a number of those going around to near Gatka. Only 1 squad of Pachinki. This squad, Infused Primal Squad, which I believe is, I'm looking up their names because I have a big list here of all the players. What do we see? Let's actually go to some of the action that we may see. Well, maybe. Boy, there's a lot of people in this area here. But as we can see, we actually have the ability to see each of the individual players. We get to see. Ooh, Mooclear, you did some damage on you. Okay, what are you doing? We'll go to K and check them out. And so, K's squad grabbing a vehicle or trying to grab a vehicle. Get in there, dude. But don't see any damage just yet, and you know, I'll tell you guys, I almost feel like we just need to see, you know, from the mega map where everyone is going. It looks like around the Raids squad, which is Tryhard squad. Boy, they have George Pole all themselves. They are in good shape. Although I'm tempted to see what's happening here in George Pole. In fact, or not George Pole, in military base. As you can see in the military base side, you actually have 3 sets of squads here. And so I imagine we're going to see some action real soon out of them. And so particularly, I want to check out Blackbeard Fist in particular. And so as we load up different players, it takes a bit to load up, but it looks like we're good to go. And so in this, we have Blackbeard Squad, and Blackbeard Squad is, I'm looking up what their names are. Admittedly, guys, I'm familiar with some of these squads, but not all of them. Not by any stretch. But Blackbeard Squad is Feather Online Gaming, and they'll be playing against who is nearby them. We have Twitch.tv's Kylank or Clank. It has to be Kylank. And also S8FII. That can't be right. Pittis? No. But I don't see much action going on. They're really just in raid mode right now, and we'd usually see the ability to see other squads as well, and it actually show up in the action this way. This is actually my first time casting this particular game, and so I'm really trying to fill it out. Oh, we got some action with Kylank, and so we'll go ahead and remove the tab and perhaps turn on maybe some X-ray mode. Some folks at apartments, but they're sort of spreading out right now. It looks as if. Checking it out. maybe go into the radar installation, but you can see that all these other squads are very much grouped up, waiting to see if they can get a pick or two. Pand hacks hanging out, just trying to get that a pick or two as well. Now, Pandax and Shadow are from Hide on Bush as well as Kylank. So that they are up here as such. And then we also have Feather Online Gaming here within the apartment complex, moving out across the way. Let's check out Beard. Blackbeard first as well. And while they're sort of doing their thing, look and see if there's any other action going on. No one else is really taking any damage, so everyone's sort of playing conservative right now, for the most part. Although I am confident that we're going to see some action here between Feather Online Gaming and Team 1. Team 1 is the other team that they're running towards right now. Team 1's got a good mix of Car 98s and a Vector. I like Vector. An M416, a Scar. Oh, they see him. They're waiting for him. Blackbeard takes the first shot. And moving on back. Oop, that didn't work out right. Let's go ahead and check out the next player here. Let's go to Ponte 84. Ponte 84 is taking a little bit of damage and is trying to push up with his buddies. But taking some damage. I'm going to go ahead and go to... Ooh, he's already knocked down. Not too good. So with one person down, they have an option of killing him off or trying to use him as bait. And actually, there's two squads down, or two players down. Blackbeard Fist also down. In fact... Dan, a.k.a. Pharaoh, is in trouble. His entire squad is knocked out right now. He is not in a good position. Needs to be able to get his guys off. Going to push S8 Fee or safety, but he's going to take on down. That's an entire squad going down. That's the first squad being taken out. Feather Online Gaming. And so, the victors reap the rewards, rather. Getting some loot going on, and one less squad to worry about. One less squad to worry about, and then while they get their loot on, don't see any other real action going on. In fact, the other squad that was there with them, which was Kylank and Pandex. That was Hide on Bush. They are already going around, looks like to Novo. But where's the circle right now, guys? The circle is actually quite far north. And so I would say more than 50% of the players have to get up to the circle. The circle, for the first iteration, moves fairly slowly. The damage is pretty minimal. And so not going to see a whole lot there in that respect. So the George Pole folks, we have, I mean, again, George Pole completely uninhabited. So Mr. Tommy Mixer and his crew. Mr. Tommy Mixer from Tryhard Squad. I actually know Mr. Tommy Mixer from the Battlefield days. It's good to see him playing. He's doing pretty good. They just got to do a little jump over and they'll be fine. Now we actually have the Hide on Bush squad going over the bridge. A little bit of a dangerous proposition, but let's go ahead and check that out. In fact, I can try to zoom in. I'm going to turn off that annoying X-ray. So they've actually gone around, and now are they actually going to try to camp out the bridge? I think they are. We're going to see some camping, because they know that there's one more squad left. Now, some people like to use vehicles as barricades over the bridge. Some people just like to hide it out. Now, this assumes, they're making an assumption. They're making an assumption that the other squad that they know that was within military base, this squad, Team 1, is going to go over their bridge. Now, I get the impression from going to Team 1 squad that they're just looking for vehicles right now. Just looking for anything that they can use to get over the bridge, because they got some distance to cover. They got some distance to cover quite as much, and I mean, they're taking a good spread, as we can see as we go up and further and higher. But no vehicles. But let's actually kind of peek out with them ahead of time. By the way, guys, as I mentioned before, we're a 3-minute delay, so I'm not providing them any advantage per se. But spreading out, maybe taking a boat, perhaps? Is there a boat nearby? There's a boat way over there. No boats over here, though. Let's go ahead and go back and see. I'm actually curious if, actually, we can see that this squad looks to be in a position where they are now taking some damage. Now they can get to that boat, as I mentioned before, and so we can kind of see that boat way over there. They better have some healing, though. They're going to need it, because even if they can get in that boat, that just gets them over the river. And by the way, if you go all the way around to the right, you will find that it takes quite a bit of time. In fact, I would actually bet good money that this team is not even going to make it. Too late. Everyone else doing pretty good. In fact, I'm going to now go ahead and go to, let's see what else we got. Sir Chappers took a little bit of damage. I missed that one. He's from Deagle Eye Gamers. But really don't see much action, although there could be some here. In fact, there is some here. Let's go and check this out. I'm going to pro kill. Lots of fighting. Now, Pro Kill is on the same team as Mooclear, Shiznaz, and Crazy Craxon. That is, their squad name is Nickinonks. Whereas Drodo, Major Marlowe, and Montwix, who it looks like has already lost one player on their team. Down one. Drodu not doing good. Going to go through his eyeballs. In fact, not in a great position right now. Let's go check out. I mean, as you can see, Mooclear and Crazy Claxon's squad very much, Nickinonks, is very much in a much better position. I suspect they know that exactly where these guys are nearby. Major Marlowe and Drow. That has to be it. Drow. Now, I like Montwick's position. Montwick's position's a little bit more spread out. He can take a little bit more fire at him, perhaps provide Major Marlowe an opportunity to push up. And let's go check out Major Marlowe's perspective. And Major Marlowe and the rest of his team is from Tactical Force and Infiltration. And that's what he's doing. Pushing up with the ump. A good mid-range weapon. And he got a nade out into the second floor. Glass broken. A little bit of smoking. Smoke him if you got it. Was that a stun? I think it was. Man, I love me a good stun. Now, this gives him an opportunity to go in there, but he has to go in quickly. And a fight. Oh, but does not win that fight. Montwix is the only one up that has a little bit Drodo's down. Montwix is the last one up. It looks as if that Shiznaz, Crazy, Kraxon, and Prokill will take this out. This is a Nicky Nonks. They lose one, but they're not doing bad. Montwix, though, can still take one or two with them. Sometimes vengeance is just enough. And in fact, it's actually, if they get another, if Montwix gets a kill or two, it only adds to their points. It's actually not a bad idea. Now, Montwix is faced with a challenge. You could kill them, or you could just say, hey, I'm just gonna camp it out. I'm gonna just try to wait until everyone else dies and maybe get some points that way. Legitimate strategy. Legitimate. Now let's go ahead and zoom all the way out. Look at, oh my god, look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Team 1 still on their way, except they've left one behind. They are just trying as hard as they can. Well, I'm actually curious. Are they going to find any vehicle? Any vehicle? Is there any vehicle nearby that could help them? I don't see any vehicles. Oh, that's too bad. Except, no, I think that's just rubble. That's just wreckage. That's not a real vehicle. Tough luck. Going back into the fight, though, let's see what else we got fight-wise. Now, what else do we got? Again, we have Nicky Nonks. They're down one, but what else do we see in terms of fighting? I like this. Mr. Tommy Mixer and his crew perhaps pushing up on Falco and Fuse Primal. I'm going to check them out. Let's go check out Infuse Primal here. Takes a bit of load up, guys, but now we see Infuse Primal's perspective. What do we see? Let's go check out the X-ray and see if he's got vision on him. Try it again. Some distance, so I feel like that unless they push up on him. In fact, let's just check out Mr. Time Mixer's perspective. I mean, they're just peeking up. They're just peeking to see if they see anyone spotting. Now, a lot of these players will end up just holding the sides of these areas and using the left alt by default to do some free looking. But sometimes they'll scoot their way across. In fact, they did see him. Mr. Time Mixer and his team sees one and is taking shots. Infuse Primal's elbow's out. Watch your elbow, dude. And again, Mr. Time Mixer squad is the tryhard squad. Now, doing something that's real smart. They are taking the tires out of this vehicle. Now, the tires in the vehicle are ones that you can still drive the vehicle, so it's very hard to maneuver. And nice shot by Mr. Time Mixer. He's got an SKS with, it looks like an 8X, as well as a suppressor. Ooh, a deadly combo. Deadly combo. And while they take some shots, Infuse Primal Squad knows that there are bad dudes. Some mean men around. Hanging out on that bluff. But look at this, guys. Somehow. I don't know. Team 1 has somehow made it into the circle. And actually, is it Lagzer? Lagzer actually made it as well. He found a motorcycle. I am dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded that they were able to maintain this. They have to heal up as fast as they can, and they got to keep on moving. I mean, they got to keep on moving. No doubt. Oh, this is going to be good. We're going now to General Clemsor's squad. His squad may be getting close to some other squads. General squad disembark. Ooh, there is a loot crate nearby, but he already sees a few. Nice shot with the Kar 98 against Box 6. And Vox 6 is part of the Fear the 4 squad. Fear the 4 squad. Trying to get another shot. In fact, Drayden gets taken out on the other side. Now I'm going to go ahead and go into a free cam to see if we see anything more than this. So we see Cray, Maminova, and Blue Sail getting the high ground on top of Drayden's squad. They're still up. However, not in a great position. Although here's the thing, is that, you know, they're right in the middle of the circle. They could just hang out, and they'd be quite all right. In fact, I'm going to actually change this. Lagser in Team 1 is engaging Mr. Tommy Mixer and his squad, which is Tryhard Squad. Tryhard Squad. And you can see those X-ray silhouettes. You just barely see them. Barely see them. Let's go check out General Kelmsor squad, which is actually their name is Seek Last Team. I had some trouble finding that. Lots of engagement against the vehicle and the player that was down nearby. It looks like they were able to a confirmed kill against Product NV. And that is Fear the 4 squad, Product NV, that was a part of that. So Fear the 4 is now Fear the 3. And then we see Team Seek Last making a tactical retreat, going close to the circle. Let's go check out the circle and where it's going. A lot of force in this area, guys, but a really fair distribution of players across most of the area. In fact, I imagine we're going to see quite a bit of fighting. In fact, I'm curious where Lagser from Team 1's actually going to be, given the fact that him and his squad mates are all up. But they are really, really spread apart. I mean, really spread apart. Sometimes you do leave a man behind. But if they can just hang out there, they may be able to get to the top just by virtue of the fact that they'll be able to stay alive. And let's check out some damage going on by the scratch. Let's see, that's the Scratcher, Beery, Mrs. Fernberg, and Philly Boostin. I'm not familiar with this team. I'm looking up who they are. That's Vendetta. Vendetta. Taking a little bit of damage because they're outside the circle, but boy, they are close to. They are close to some fighting. Let's go ahead and go to it. So again, we have Vendetta here, low ground, whereas Uranium's, JDDD, Ven, Erecti, much better position. That's from straight out of Pachinki. Let's go check out his Uranium's perspective. Take a little bit of damage. His friend's saying, I'm going to help you. Caddy ends up getting a shot as well. Is that the end of them? Yeah, that's the end of the of Team Vendetta squad. But even then, oh, check this out. TG dabbles. TG dabbles. He's actually the only one left in his squad. And is right between 2 full squads of 4. Because he knows they got to get closer. While this is taking place, let's go ahead and check out what else we have for other dudes that may be fighting around. I mean, look at all this. They are all just pushing in all at the same time here. I feel like this is going to be a bloodbath as we get into this. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit of free cam just to see what we can find. And again, check this out. They are so close to each other. Look at how close they are to each other. As the barrier pushes in, will they see each other soon? No, they don't. They're just running as fast as they can. As fast as they can. Into this next section. Well, I'm not seeing a whole lot. Let's keep on going. I'm going to go and check out... Man, everyone is taking some damage here. Although I'm going to check out what's going on with Falco. Falco taking some damage, but he is there with his buddies. Let's go to Scoreboard Gump. Also outside the circle, but actually in a pretty decent position. And again, his squad is a full squad of 3. Healing up. Good position on the far west side. Whereas, oh, look at all these squads that are going to be here and fighting each other. In fact, I'm going to go to Thailand. He is fighting some other squads that may be nearby. It looks as if it's RYXO, which is Hexagon Esports. But boy, I mean, I would say that we have Quickies, Rodney, Masterless, and a doozy, which is Slav Squad, who got, I think, 3rd place last PUBG test last week. Great position. Scrublord, Gun, Prolosco, and Stevie in a good position as well. That's Ravens on the roof. However, I think we're going to see some action with Stevie against Infused Primal and Falco and Bibsy and GZ. Just doing a little bit of peeking, but they do see some movement and taking some shots. At the same time here, we see a lot of squads trying to push on up. In fact, I'm going to go to Drayden, who is stuck in an awkward position. In fact, gets taken out as soon as I go to him. All these squads pushing in, all taking damage. Steve knows that there's 2 there. Is he going to push it? Is he going to be able to do something with it? He is within the circle, and so he can just wait it out. Now, Stevie's got Scrublord Gump with him. So he still has a little bit of chance. It's Ravens on the roof. But they're actually still in the circle here. In fact, if they can just hide out, they may be able to hold this out pretty easily. Slav Squad has to push on out, but Hex Palex is actually just kind of just waiting. Nope, by the time I look at him, he's already dead. So we basically only have 2 squads, or 3 squads remaining. We have Falco pushing up on Scoreboard. Gump ends up getting a knockout. Stevie's the only one up. Now he can just wait this out. He is in the circle. But let's see where they take this. Let's see where they take this as we go to free cam. At the same time, oh my god, Slav Squad's pushing up behind him. Now this is kind of interesting, guys. It looks as if that the whole all of those squads end up getting taken out. It's almost as if Slav Squad didn't realize that Stevie's squad was right in between. So Ravens on the roof versus Slav Squad. It is unfortunately a 4v1 situation. I just don't see Stevie doing this. Stevie pushing on up. Stevie with the AK. Here's Stevie right here. Stevie's in the circle, but so is Slav Squad. So is Slav Squad. Slav Squad all tooled up. Got a combination of scars. We got some M416s. We got some M16s versus Stevie's AK. Look at the spread. Take a little bit of a higher angle here. As they flank around, Stevie will end up taking a shot or two. May get one, may get two, may want to get an extra point. And that's the end, guys. Slav Squad taking first place, followed by Ravens on the roof. Third place, Falco, Lion KG, and Fuse Primal. Bibsy in GZ. What squad?